Hi you guys, today I'm going to go over quiz 3 and it has to do with exponents, so I'm going to do some of these practice assignments in here. There's quite a bit. I'm not going to do all of them, but I'll do some of them here. So let's start with exponents with integer bases. Okay, -1 to the 5th power. Because the exponent is odd, that means our answer is going to be negative. And so it says -1, so we don't even, 1 times 1 times, 1 times 5 times, it's still 1. So it'll be -1. Check. All right. -1 to the 3rd power. Same thing, it's going to be -1. Check. This right here, -2 to the 2nd power is 4. And let me see if I can get one that's a little bit different here. Okay, this is a good one here. Alright, so this one, well, let me just show you how this works. Essentially, this is what it looks like. -1 times, that's times 11 times 11. Okay, so because this -11 isn't in parentheses, that is actually like on the outside. So the answer to this would be 11 times 11, and then that would give us 121, and then that times -1. So -121. Okay, so might be a little bit confusing, but it's because the -11 isn't in a parentheses. Alright, so I'm gonna leave this alone here. We'll go on to the next one. Exponents with negative fractional bases. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, so -3/2 to the 4th power. So what you can think of this as, you can break apart the numerator and the denominator. And because this is an even exponent, our answer will be positive. So I'm going to ignore the negative, because a negative times a negative is going to give us a positive, and we have 4 negatives, so that's going to give us a positive. So this is basically what we're looking at. 3 to the 4th power over 2 to the 4th power. Oops, that's a 4. Okay, so 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. That's 9 times 9. It's 81. Okay. And then 4 to the 4th power. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do it over here. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 4 times 4. 16. So 81 over 16. And I don't think those can be reduced. I don't know. But let's see here. I guess it says your answer should be a simplified proper fraction. Well, this one doesn't go into 3. Doesn't go into 8. I think it's simplified. I guess we'll see. Okay, it was simplified. Okay, so what did I do? I essentially did this right here. That right there. 3 to the 4th power over 2 to the 4th power. Okay, and then for this one, all we're going to do is we're going to turn this into an improper fraction. So this would be, so if you don't remember how to do this, you are going to multiply the big number by the denominator, and then you add the numerator. Okay, So that would be 5 times 2, or I'm sorry, 2 times 5 plus 2. So then that would be 10. You have to do your multiplication first. You have to do this first. Plus 2 equals 12. So this would be 12, and I'm going to erase this here, 12 over 5. Actually, I'm not. Okay, so 12 over 5 would give us this fraction. And as you can see, I'm ignoring the negative. The only reason I'm ignoring it is because I see that my exponent is even. So my number has to be even because this is what we're doing. Negative 12 over 5 times negative 12 over 5 is essentially what we're doing. Okay, that's a multiplication right there. So 12 times 12 is, I'm going to do this in a different color, 144. 5 times 5 is 10. I know this can be simplified because both of these numbers go into 2. So I'm going to divide each by 2. Okay, so 10 divided by 2 is 5. 144 divided by 2, let's see, what is that? 72, I believe? Yes, 72. And I believe that is the answer. I don't think anything else goes into there. Yeah, nothing else. So here's our answer, 72 over 5. 72 over 5. And this is just a slash mark here. Check. Not quite. Oh goodness, okay, it says I'm wrong. What did I do wrong? Okay, 2 times 5 is 10, plus 2 is 12. Okay, negative 12, that's okay, 12 times 12 is 144. 5 times 5 is, it's not 10, it's 25. Okay, so here's what I did wrong. Oh no. Alright, so I'm going to erase this. This should actually be 25. My apologies here. Let's see if I can erase the rest of this here. Okay, does this reduce down anymore? 144 to 25? I don't think so. Alright, so 144 25ths. Alright, let's see if I got it right this time. Okay, so what did I do wrong there? I added the 5s in the denominator instead of multiplying them. Silly mistake, but I did go back and I saw that I made my mistake. Okay, one more question here. 1/3 to the 3rd power, and notice that this is in parentheses, and okay, so our base is negative and our exponent is odd. That means our answer is definitely going to be negative. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. And let me erase that here. So 1/3 to 1 to the 3rd power, 3 to the 3rd power. Okay, 3 times 3 times 3. That would be 9 times 3, which would be 27 because 3 times 3 is 27. Okay, so 27 at the bottom, 1 on the top, and because this is a negative, this would also be a negative. Okay, so our answer is negative 1 over 27. 1 over 27. Check. Okay. Alright, I'm going to leave this here. This video is already pretty long.